Welcome to a Week 6 edition of Friday Night Football. I'm Josh Schumann alongside my partner Ethan Wiles. We have a heavyweight matchup of small schools to start off October.
That's right, Josh. Lena Winslow and Dupek, they have played some intense games in recent years, and one of them will take an inside track to the NUIC title in our Game of the Week.
Friday Night Football's Game of the Week is brought to you in part by Feldco, Rockford's home renewal experts.
The Panthers hosting the Rivermen at Rick Aaron Field in Lena, and there's the legendary coach himself. Dupek got all the way down to the 7-yard line to open this one, but fumbled the ball away, and in signature Lena fashion, they burned off the entire first quarter clock, capped off with this touchdown run by Aiden Wild. Cue the Panther drumline, setting the atmosphere all night. Just over 4 minutes till the half, Lena bodied their way back to the goal line, and there's two things that don't go together: Aiden Wild running and a TFL. Hard to bring him down. He grabs his second score of the night. Under a minute to play in the half, Dupek gets on the board with their star QB Cooper Hoffman, taking it himself 14-6 Lena. But on the ensuing kickoff from that score, disaster struck for Dupek. Jalen Rakowska picks up the squib and darts straight through the middle of the Rivermen kickoff. He goes all the way to the crib, a game-breaking play with just under 40 seconds to play on the clock, and he's fired up after that big score. It meant even more because the Panthers got the opening kickoff of the second half. They did more of the same with the ground game. Alex Schlichting puts Lena up by 3 scores. They completely take care of business against undefeated Dupek, 46-22.
I have a feeling those Panthers are going to make quite the run. Another battle of unbeatens, this one in the 8-man ranks. Polo taking on Milledgeville. Missile defense in full-on attack mode on this play, swarming the Marcos, looking for the safety. All those players there throwing their hands up looking for it. Milledgeville pumped up after that one. Polo responds though, going to the air to Noah Dewey for the big gain. Take a look at that one. The Marcos keep firing here early on. They stick with the aerial attack and they would get the win. They stay undefeated. They win at 30-14. And over in the Interstate 8, a couple of 4-1 teams going head-to-head with Rochelle hosting Morris tonight. Pick this one up in the second half. The Hubs up 21-0. Check out this defense from the Hubs. Look at that, laying the lumber. Ethan Goodwin and Ryan Senni tonight. Those Hubs defense were all over tonight. More good defense coming up here. 4th down for Morris. They're going for it, but Jack Pavlik comes off the edge for the big hit. They turn the ball over. Rochelle now looks to capitalize on that. Carson Lewis dropping back off the play action, and he finds Brody Metzger in the corner. He gets into the end zone, and the Hubs add to their lead. Roman Villalobos adds the 2-point conversion here. Add another inch to the neck roll, young fella. Rochelle wins 37-15.
In the Nick 10, undefeated Belvedere North taking on winless Belvedere in a crosstown rivalry game. Belvedere North took an early lead, scoring 21 points with just minutes to go in the first half. The final touchdown for the Blue Thunder came just minutes before the end of the second quarter as running back Eric Roman made it into the end zone. However, just as the buzzer was going off to start halftime, the Bucks intercepted the ball with wide receiver Demetrius Taborn making the catch. Following halftime, the Blue Thunder went on to score, making the final score of the game 49-0. And still to come tonight, history made at Harlem as the Nick 10 rushing record is broken. All the latest when Friday Night Football returns. Stick with us. The Nick 10 race looks like it's going to come down to the final few weeks of the season, with 4 teams all still in contention and a few others in the middle trying to make the playoffs. Harlem is still undefeated and in pink, taking on a Freeport team hungry to make a push for a playoff spot. Second quarter, history is made as Harlem's Jamani Muhammad breaks the Nick 10 rushing record previously held by Javius Catlin of East. Fast forward to the third quarter, Pretzels looking to extend their 22-14 lead. The QB Peyton Worker is taken down. Next Harlem drive, all Jamani Muhammad. The Huskies making some progress through the air. Nate Johnson gets the first down to wide receiver Dwayne Broom. Harlem looking to tie in the red zone. Who else but Jamani Muhammad for the first down? They get shut out and forced to settle for a field goal, but the snap is high and the drive ends with no points. Next Petrel drive, Cameron Verder. He's going to rip off a big run, breaking through tackles. Look at that run. He's just going to keep on going there. Freeport takes this one 22-14.
Credit to Jamani on that one. One of the fastest kids I've ever seen. Hananiga now looking to stay within striking distance in the conference. They took on East tonight early in this one. E-Rabs, Tyshawn Whitty hits the hole for a nice first down there for the E-Rabs. Jefferson East drive stalls out though. Hano ball near the goal line. Curtis Smith brought down deep just before the end zone. Next play though off the RPO, Dom Kelly runs it in for the early lead. However, it's going to be Smith here for the Indians. He would get his touchdown in the second quarter, running it in as the Indians begin to run away 14-0. E-Rabs trying to get something going, looking towards their ground game, but still can't generate anything as they're forced to punt that one away. The Indians just outside the red zone again. Who else but Smith again, who breaks through a tackle for another touchdown. This one not even close. The Indians win it 44-15.
Boylan also looking for its 5th win of the season, taking on Auburn. They're also rocking the pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Titans driving. Jaden Williams swings it out to Alex Hernandez in traffic. He makes the moves to the end zone for the touchdown and a 20-0 Boylan lead in the second quarter, and even more pink on the Auburn sidelines. But even more Boylan offense as well. Another pass to Alex Hernandez for a first down. It's going to set up a handoff to Boylan's star running back, Donzel Ingram Love. He's going to take it here. Easy money for the touchdown. He had 3 of those in the game as Boylan rolls 41-8.
RPS 205 rivalry game. Guilford taking on Jefferson at Swanson Stadium. Tony Capriotti talking with Messiah Tilson. How about a touchdown to start the second half? Tilson does just that. Takes the handoff right up the middle into the end zone for a 20-6 Guilford lead. And, of course, it's homecoming weekend. Guilford's Natasia Bowman, royalty for the night. Jayhawks get on the board here as they go to the ground. Who else? LaShawn Gathright for the touchdown, cuts it to a 20-14 game. Jayhawks cheer squad, well, they're hoping for a comeback. Gathright running with it again. Jefferson still down 6. Guilford's Keeson Taylor rips it away. He's tough to bring down. Look at him go. Going back the other way, sets up the Vikings with some great field position early in the fourth quarter. They put it away with this run. Isaiah Primus for the touchdown. Guilford wins 28-14.
And still to come on Friday Night Football, we head to the Big Northern Conference where a couple of teams are trying to stay undefeated. More highlights when F&F returns after the break.
Watching Friday Night Football on Channel 13.
Shout out the refs in Byron tonight, and the Tigers, they're outscoring their opponents by 45 points a game through 5 games this year. Josh, when Genoa Kingston came to town tonight, they were trying to play spoiler. Tigers and the Cogs squaring off at Everett Stein Stadium tonight, and well, Byron, you know, they try to start hot right away. Genoa Kingston punting this one away on the first drive, and it's going to be Andrew Talbert on the return. He finds a lane, gets a couple blocks, heads down the sideline, and he sets up the Tigers in great field position. Byron on the doorstep now. Talbert gives it to Caden Magoo. I get faked out there. I thought Talbert had it. I'll throw my hand up there, but Magoo does get in. The Tigers go up 7-0. GK to punt again, but this one goes over the head of the punter. Isaac Alvarez falls on it. Just like that, the Tigers are back in business. A few plays later, it's Braden Knoll adding the second score of the quarter, and you know Byron, they roll 52-0.
The other top team in the Big Northern, Dixon, looking to stay undefeated and keep pace with Byron, taking on Winnebago. Duke's quarterback Colin Shaner fakes the handoff one way, keeps it himself, gets a nice block, and he's gone for a 43-yard touchdown run and a 7-0 Dixon lead. That has the cheerleaders showing off their stunts. Nice flip there, and still in the first, it's Shaner again, keeps it himself, very patient hitting that hole, and he scores again on the run. Dixon rolls 71-7 to stay undefeated.
Those Dukes are something else. An Ogle County rivalry game now between Oregon and Stillman Valley, a big one in the hunt for a playoff spot. Good one here late in the first half. Brock Needs churning those legs, getting the score, and the Cardinals, they go up 13-6. But Oregon, well, they are at home and they want to protect their turf. Very next play, Hunter Bartell takes the handoff, turns on the Jets, and says goodbye. He takes it to the house. Oregon goes back up 1. Cardinals go back on offense now. But this one is going to be loose in the bottom of the pile. Ethan Reed recovers for the Hawks, and they go right back to work on offense. It was a good one, like I mentioned here tonight in Ogle County. The Cardinals, though, they fought hard in this one. End of the half, it's Cooper Johnson trying to get the first down on 4th, but the defense stands strong. Oregon, too much in this one, though. They win at 21-13.
Rock Falls traveling to North Boone High School tonight, where the Rockets got off to an early lead with a touchdown in the first quarter. The Rockets would continue their momentum, but it wouldn't last long as Belvedere began to take over, scoring a touchdown, or actually, that is North Boone. The Vikings there. Wide receiver J.J. Ford ran through Rock Falls defense. A good kick brought the score to 7-7, and at the end of this one, it would be 35-14, North Boone taking the victory. We finish off week 6 with our play of the week. We head back out to our game of the week. Dupek at Lena. Jalen Rakowska taking back a kickoff right before the half. 75 yards to the crib, a complete game changer, and a solid end to week 6 of Friday Night Football. Conference standings changing up a little bit tonight. Some great games, and been going good. So thanks for joining us.